And I hate my life.
Haley, are you okay?
I'm fine, yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're okay, but like, if you're not okay, you can go to a social worker.
I'm fine.
Oh, hi, Haley. Come on in. What's going on, Haley?
I don't know. I've just been feeling really depressed lately, and I don't know how to deal with it.
Okay. I'm so sorry to hear you're feeling that way. So I'm glad you came in, okay? Because whenever you're feeling like that, you should definitely talk to an adult about it.
Hi, I'm Daphne, and I'm going to be interviewing people in the hallway about depression.
Hi, I'm here with.
Yeah.
And how would you describe depression?
Like, you're too lazy to do anything, or you don't want to get out of bed, and you don't want to eat, and you don't want to do anything again.
How do you think people with depression should be treated?
With, like, special care, because they don't know how to do anything. Maybe you should be rude to them, because they're just going to, like, give up.
Do you think that depression is common for middle schoolers?
Feeling-wise, yes. Clinically, no.
How do you think people get depression?
I forgot.
Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm here with.
Mrs. Schnoll.
And how would you describe depression?
I would describe depression as just like extreme sadness and just feeling very like down on yourself and not feeling like you could experience like a lot of happiness and things that feel good.
How do you think people with depression should be treated?
I think someone with depression should be treated exactly how you would treat anyone else, but also making sure that you're looking out for that person. And if you notice that they're becoming more depressed, or you're worried that something bigger is going on, making sure that you're getting them to a trusted adult or somebody that they can talk to and work through their depression with.
Okay. How do you think that depression is common for middle schoolers?
I think depression can be really common, especially as you get into those teenage years. I think a lot of middle schoolers and teenagers feel those up and down emotions in general. But I think that when things start to build and become more depression-like, I think it's important that middle schoolers are seeking out a trusted adult or a doctor to talk through it so they can get the help that they're needing.
How do you think people get depression?
I think depression can come from like a variety of ways. I think it can be chemical, meaning that it could be in their genetics, they can be born with it, they can be more prone to it based on family history. I also think that anxiety and stress can lead to different forms of depression, as can situations happening at school or at home, and it can kind of build up someone's emotions and cause a bigger mental health concern.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, who am I here with?
Hey guys, I'm Mr. Wood.
And how would you describe depression?
I would say someone who is diagnosed with depression or someone who is feeling depressed or feeling off is someone that is not balanced with their emotions and with their daily life. And I think someone who is going through a depressive state is someone that needs some support in balancing their expectations with reality.
Okay, next question. How do you think students with depression should be treated?
I think students with depression I think there's a couple different layers to that. I think the first layer is obviously making sure you're getting your adult partnerships in play and making sure families at home or guardians at home all understand what the student's need is. And we pair that with helping the school understand what is going on with the child, and then making sure we have the right support measures in our building to give that child any need that they have. We always say we exhaust all resources in our building, from social work help to psychology to one-on-one teacher support, whatever it may be. We always want to make sure that we're doing all of these steps for students who need help, because sometimes kids that need help do not know what's available to them or don't know the help that is going to be most beneficial for them.
Next question. Do you think that depression is common for middle schoolers?
I think, what I love about middle school is it's a huge growth point from 5th grade going into freshman year. That middle area where you're learning to become an independent thinker, independent learner, but also your body is growing and developing so much, your brain is developing so much, that I think that it is very common in middle school lens, for sure, but I think it's also common in the elementary lens too, with expectations. So I think the more students and our families can talk about what's going on in our kids' lives, they can talk about what's bothering them, what their struggles are, what they're proud of too. I think the better you can see where there could be some gaps or support needed. But to answer your question more explicitly, I think it is very common in middle school for sure. But I think too, when you find the right problem solving that works for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, it's easier for that kid to find their balance and peace going into high school.
Last question. How do you think people get depressed?
I think it varies. Depression, stress, anxiety. I think it just varies. I think we have a lot of kids from a lot of different families. We have a lot of different cultural aspects. We're a melting pot of a community here. I think what's great about our building, though, is we've seen a lot from different angles that we never rule out what is causing a student to feel a certain way. We try to think of the entire puzzle piece, but it is a puzzle. And I think what's great is we have a lot of people helping to put the pieces together so it forms the right picture. So I don't think there's a specific answer, but I think we have the right people in play to find out what it is no matter what.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, who am I here with?
I'm Mrs. Gadius.
And I'm going to be asking you some questions.
Okay.
First one, how would you describe depression?
I would describe depression as a mix of feeling sadness with a mix of loss of interest and just feeling kind of hopeless and not really having any plan or idea of a future.
Second one, how do you think students with depression should be treated?
I definitely think students with depression should be treated with care. They're going through a lot and they're experiencing a lot social emotionally, so we definitely want to treat them with care and, just be as sensitive as we can to their needs.
Okay, third one, do you think that depression is common for middle schoolers?
I have been seeing a trend of depression becoming more common in middle school aged kids, even in elementary age kids, so I do think it's becoming a little more common, or it just is being diagnosed more.
Okay, last question, how do you think people get depressed?
There are like a number of different factors, whether it's genetics or a situation that you're in or your personality. It can kind of all come together and put somebody in that depressed state.
Okay, thank you for your time.
No problem.